All right, our system is full and it's running balls to the walls. Got the airspeed turned all the way max. I got the temperature turned all the way to 64 degrees, what's its minimum on the remote. I have it in turbo fan mode, and the room temperature downstairs is 73 degrees. But it would help if I didn't run out of refrigerant when I was charging it. In my last video, at 11 pounds, a hair over 11 pounds, I ran out of refrigerant, and I had to put the rest in with the other refrigerant container. I forgot to add up my refrigerant to make sure I actually had enough in one tank to do it in one shot. That was my mistake. Make me waste time and go down and grab another jug to finish the rest. So now we're finished. We have our refrigerant. We're full. We didn't guess. We went by weight. You add up the adder for the line set. You do the math in your installation manual. You'll come up with your adder, and you add your adder on top of whatever the manufacturer's minimum set charge is in their unit. And let's take a look at this. Excuse me for the noise. This is open so you hear the inverter. I got all these fans are blowing in this direction right into my microphone on my phone. And so this is what we got, which actually means nothing, because depending on the ambient conditions and your system is set in, actually you'd want to override these systems, put it into manual override into a test mode, and you hook up your laptop software, and you go by the expansion valves, how far they're opening up and everything like that. You don't go by this. This might get you in the ballpark you think under the ambient conditions that you're working in, whatever your settings are, and you could get something that's beer can cold. But the next day when you walked away and the ambient temperatures and the indoor conditions have changed, you may have found that you completely undercharged it or overcharged it by guessing the day before on those conditions. So unless you have the software and you can put it into test mode, or if you're lucky enough it's a unit that has the dip switches on it where you could read the manual, read the manual and set it into test mode, and then go about your procedures to somewhat determine whether you're high or low, and then you don't top off. It only takes, with the NAVAC 4-cylinder recovery unit, it only takes like 10 or 15 minutes to drain the system out and then pump your charge back in, and you're good as gold, and you're gone, and you know you did it right because you didn't guess. You didn't go by beer can cold. And so I got to get out of here because I'm not here to finish off the system. Remember, I had this on the vacuum pump since Friday evening, and this is 3 p.m. Monday afternoon, and I just pumped into charge, turned it on, and I'm leaving. And because they just need that room up, and I got a lot of other jobs to do, and I just have some insulation to wrap up downstairs and tape and make things look pretty. And other than that, we're as good as gold. There's no more of that white shit polar line set, that copper white line set, white polar shit, ISO crap that leaks. There's no more of that on this system. So I know this system will never develop a leak. It's probably as long as around I'm alive, and probably if this is still alive, my grandchild coming out here and servicing it, it won't have line set leaks because it doesn't have isopolar. All right, see you guys.